George is. I'm jumping around, but George is that way. He's one of my. I think he's the GOAT. Well, I mean,
George St. Pierre.
John really is, but I think George is the best all-around fighter to ever fight. His wrestling is world class. Like I just trained with him up in Canada, and he would take down a Olympic bronze medalist.
No way.
Oh yeah, he's amazing. And he would tell me this, like he's an athlete, right? Like he would tell you this right now, like he thinks it's a sporting event, and he's an athlete, and I'm gonna be a better athlete. Almost, he would say, like, as if we were running a 100-yard dash, and I'm across the finish line before you. Like he thinks of as a sport, like
you can see that in him.
Yeah,
you can see that in him.
He's polished.
Yeah, polished, so good. But I like the Nick Diaz. I like Cowboy. I like watching that kind of stuff. We asked him about our fight.
Well, just
you
were
were
training
bad.
partner was Rashad, right?
Oh well. After the reality show, that's when Jaxxon blew up. Is the second one. I got Rashad to come down to Albuquerque to start training, and then pretty much Rashad was there. Everybody would follow Rashad, and we had a good team there. So, but Rashad, like, there's nothing worse than getting caught underneath Rashad. And like, I don't like that feeling of ever dreading going to practice, right? Like, because we did that at the beginning. Like, we'll go in the parking lot, like, oh, whose car is there? Like I don't ever want to feel that way. I always want to be confident. Anyway, so I learned that I'm never going to get suffocated underneath Rashad. And then Tim Kennedy became that guy later. But I learned so much, and so that's why, like, because he had a wrestling style, I was used to that. He also gave me something for you. You first put me against a cage, and you went under my leg and to do your signature takedown. Right. Rashad, you gotta thank Rashad for that, because he showed me that. That's one thing he showed me for that fight. Like, oh, you're doing that. Yeah. but your style was bad for me though, and that's why I was nervous for you, because you don't move back much, and you absorb and counter punch. Yeah. Which is really awful for me because I do my shit, and then I pull back. Now I'm eating it. I was really worried about that, and that's what I was trying hard for. But a game plan, like there's a thing. That's a game plan. That's a game plan. Like, what do I do there? I fake a punch, and hopefully you'll react, and then I give a real punch. That's a game plan. That's it. And then adapt after that, right? Yeah. What was your game plan for me?
I didn't really have a game plan. I was training with those guys in Wolf Lair, and
in the UK.
In the UK, I was training with those guys. And at that training camp, I hated training with those guys because I had to go right back to the UK, and I tell them, like, look, man, I'm overtrained.